Can you guys believe we're at the end of 2021? I can barely believe it myself. Whenever I look back at the year, I'm always surprised at how fast time flies and at the same time amazed at how much has been accomplished. It's incredible how much progress you can make if you put the work early on. I still remember those early Sunday morning tenant showings over 10 years ago, as well as rolling up my sleeves and doing the actual work on a couple of investment properties. All the stuff that I did back then really started to pay off years down the road. So the lesson is that you have to start early. Additionally, it's incredibly important to write down what you want to achieve. It's always surprising how much of what you write down actually comes to fruition. Okay, so in this video, I want to share a bit about myself as I haven't really done that in any of the past videos. And we'll discuss what this past year has looked like and summarize the overall real estate market. After that, I'd like to give my personal outlook for 2022, as well as share some exciting things that we're working on for the coming year. And who knows, maybe there's an opportunity for you to join us in some of those things. So before we get started, please click the like button so that we can get more of this info to more people. I really appreciate that. And please consider subscribing to our channel for more awesome content like this in the coming year. Okay, so I'm going to start by telling you a bit about myself. I started investing in real estate over 10 years ago, and along with my background in architecture, home inspections, and real estate, I started Suite Additions and have been able to help many homeowners and investors with their houses, primarily converting their single-family homes to contain additional legal units. This strategy has been my primary focus as well as for my own investments. I truly believe that by investing in single-family homes and putting in additional units, you're able to generate wealth for yourself and benefit your community as well. Okay, so that's enough about me. Are you guys interested in hearing more? Let's start with what happened in 2021.
5, 3, 2, 1, release.
To all you kids down there, I was once a child with a dream. Now I'm an adult in a spaceship.
No, not that stuff, but rather our favorite topic, the real estate market. You don't need me to remind you that the residential real estate market was on an absolute tear this past year. But in case you didn't know, the exact figure was 21.7% from November 2020 to November 2021 for the average home in the GTA. This includes everything: condos, townhouses, semis, and detached homes. The average price went up from $956,000 to $1,163,000. That's $207,000 for the average home. This means that if you had put down 20% for a property a year ago, the return on your capital after a year would have been 108%, even if you did absolutely nothing to the property. All of this sounds pretty nuts, but when you look at the macro picture of what's going on, it doesn't seem that crazy. Interest rates have been pinned to the floor at near zero. The government has printed a ton of money to hand out and to fund its own liabilities, and there continues to be a major housing supply crunch. All while the federal government is trying to bring in over 400,000 people into the country, and the various municipalities are struggling to issue building permits for new housing. With this information, the astronomical price increases we're seeing may not seem so crazy after all. Given this macro backdrop, our clients have continued to acquire homes and add legal second suites. This past year, we have worked on over 40 second suite projects and a few multi-unit conversions as well. I want to thank all of our clients for trusting us with the projects, and congratulations on all the hard work that you've put in to create safe and legal units for the community. I want to take this opportunity to extend a big thank you to our entire team for their help, including Rob, Bobby, Willie, and Sue. We've also successfully run 2 semesters of our Second Suite Profit Formula training program to over 80 students. Congratulations to all of our students on now becoming Suite Additions pros. And we're very excited to get the ball rolling on several backyard garden suite projects with our clients, expected to be completed in the spring and summer of the coming year. This past year, we've also ramped up quite a bit of video content, as you've probably seen with many of our YouTube videos and social media posts. I want to thank our newest team member, Deshaun, for taking the lead and helping us bring all of this awesome content to life. Over on the infill development side with my partners Charles and Steve, we managed to complete the build of 2 brand new semi-detached homes with purpose-built legal second suites. Although this project was very difficult to get approval for, in the end, it was an absolute home run as we were able to split a single family lot into 3 lots and build 4 additional housing units. These types of opportunities are everywhere, so I encourage you to look into them as well. On a larger scale, after 4 long years of the approval process, we were finally given the green light for mixed-use commercial and student residence near Hamilton's McMaster University. This project is super exciting because it aligns very well with our principles of new urbanism, where we focus on urban infill and density to encourage walkable and transit-friendly developments. Construction is likely to start sometime next year or in 2023. We also managed to get 2 joint venture projects going. One of them is a second suite and garden suite project, and the other one is a second suite and a potential lot severance to build a new house. We now have capacity for several more of these in the new year. If you're interested in learning more about joint ventures, make sure you're on our email list. You can sign up over at www.suiteadditions.com. Okay, so that's everything that happened in 2021. So what's in store for 2022? Let's talk about the market first. It looks like with all of the red hot inflation that we're seeing, the Bank of Canada has no choice but to raise interest rates in the coming year. However, I don't think that the rates are going extremely high for a couple of reasons. One is that it's going to increase the interest payments for the government themselves with all of the debt that they're holding. 2 is that raising interest rates significantly will crash our already fragile economy. However, any small interest rate hikes may be enough of a message to slow down the market a bit. Given the 20% year-over-year gains that we saw, I think a breather in the market makes sense. Our last video was about this very topic. You can see that with the link in the description. Regardless of whether the market continues to trend upwards, stays flat, or even goes back down, our focus is to force appreciation on a property to protect ourselves at all times. Fundamentally, I feel nothing will change at the policy level in 2022. More people will be moving into Canada with a continued supply constraint in housing. The government will continue to run a deficit and likely get into even more debt in order to fund their obligations. Ultimately, the long-term trend is that this will likely keep inflation high, meaning tangible assets such as real estate are ideal for protection. If this is your understanding, which it is for me, then the logical thing to do is to keep pushing along with properties and increasing its value through forced appreciation. This can even be for existing properties that you own right now. Now, this is not investment advice, of course. This is what I'm personally doing, and so are many of my clients. Over on the Suite Edition side, we're going to continue along with helping our clients with second suite conversions, but we'll be pivoting quite a bit of resources as well to backyard garden suites as mentioned earlier. Garden suites will be one of the biggest opportunities for many investors and homeowners in the years to come. So I want you to get ahead of the curve before the masses come charging through in the next few years. We're very excited to show you our projects as they progress in the coming year and hope that you can get involved building these as well. Additionally, we'll continue to produce much more valuable content with these videos and articles to keep you updated and informed on a lot of the technical and industry-related information. Further, we'll be ramping up our Suite Editions Certified Professional Training Program. This is to provide the opportunity to those who wish to be involved in this type of housing densification on a professional level. As mentioned above, we'll be working on several more projects ourselves through joint venture arrangements. Again, if you're interested in learning more, make sure you're on our email list. Finally, we want to announce a couple of other very exciting initiatives on the horizon. One is that we'll be launching a podcast at some point later in the year. Through this podcast, we'll be bringing in successful investors and other experts in the space of housing densification. This is so that you can further your own education to be more involved in the space as well. Stay tuned for that. The second is that we'll be starting a VIP mastermind dinner group. This will be a small group that will get together periodically over a nice dinner. The purpose is to not only discuss real estate, but also other investments, entrepreneurship, the economy, and living a successful life in general. If you're already doing well in real estate and business, but want to bring yourself to the next level by being surrounded by other awesome people, and you want to be held accountable, then this is definitely something you'll be interested in. Additionally, there will be opportunities to potentially work together as well on projects through this mastermind group. This is something that I wanted to start 2 years ago, but of course, we all know something happened. Okay, so this is all I have for you guys this year. I hope the examples from our clients have inspired you to get started, or if you're already in the game, to keep figuring out ways to take yourself to the next level. And I want to remind you that although investing in real estate is a great strategy to create wealth, it's not all about that. What we're doing with housing densification is putting in the effort to turn single-family homes into multiple units, thereby adding the desperately needed housing in our cities and towns. We're not just speculating on real estate. So if you're one of these folks, you are doing your part to contribute to our communities. Make sure to always do your due diligence and not be over leveraged. Only do what makes sense for your personal situation. Remember, this is hard work, but it is worth doing. Hey, if this was easy, then everyone would be doing it, right? Okay guys, thank you again so much for sticking around to the end of this video and tuning into all of our other content from this past year. I truly appreciate it and can't wait to see you guys crush it in 2022. Whoa! All the best to your upcoming success and Happy New Year. Hello, hello, testing, testing.
And then pretend you're having a conversation about the hydrometer. Okay, go.
Okay. Good service?
Good, yeah.
Service is good?
Yeah. Service.
100 amp service?
100 amp
Service is good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like this side. This is my bad side.
I only do left, bro.
That's right.
This is the volume I'm going to speak at for the video. This is going to be a short video on pencil sharpeners, very important component in a house. Should I do some push-ups? Jack myself up. Let's check out the house. Come on in. And then you can do the cribs thing where you have the music and it just like zooms in. 1, 2, 3. I'm talking. I'm in front of the house. Is it too noisy? That's a loud ass car. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss one of the most common questions I get. What? Bleh. Not a good start. Okay, now it looks amazing. And yeah, let's go and have a look. All right, so are you gonna do some cuts and shit? Yeah. Okay. For our project, as well as the pros and cons, I just saw a raccoon. That's a big guy. Okay, where was I? Having a double sink is you know, extra bonus for the people, right? Having their own sink is really nice to do. I think we're gonna have to do this again. Because of the impending, unofficially, there's somebody at the door. If you can please, sitting, I think maybe next year if I do videos, I want to do sitting down. Until then, again, I'm Andy from Sweet Additions. All the best and to your success. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to learn more about investing in housing densification and how you can get involved, hit that subscribe button. I put together a beginner's guide and also a handy 8-point checklist that covers everything you need to know about adding a legal second suite. We cover important bylaw and building code requirements for cities in Ontario and all the design considerations you need to make to successfully complete your project. You can download that through the link in the description below. Until next time, to your success.